What's up YouTube? My name is Derm and welcome to my channel. This is my first video on YouTube and I'm really excited to kick off the start of the channel with a look at some tower defense games, which are my favorite that I've ever played in terms of tower defense games. This particular game is Kingdom Rush Origins, and chronologically it's the first in a series of 3 up to this point made by the company Ironhide Games. In terms of release date, this one has been the latest, but what this game company does is they start out these Kingdom Rush games on mobile and you pay, I don't know, $1 to $2 per game, and then within the game you have some microtransactions, and after several years usually is the timeline it takes for them to translate or convert, I should say, these games to Steam. They port the games over to Steam with some updated art, with some other cool features, and we get the opportunity to play them improved, in my opinion. So like I said, we're going to start out with Kingdom Rush Origins. It just came out, so let's without further ado, let's jump right into it. So like I said, and let's see, let's do veteran. I played this game enough to do veteran, I think. Although it may kick my butt, we'll see. So as you can see here, this is an incredibly detailed and artistic map. In the mobile version, it's not nearly this beautiful. The path, as you see here, the whole thing is like tan, and there's a little bit of trees here and there, but not as detailed as this, certainly. So the way this game works, it's a standard tower defense game that you build certain towers to stop the enemies from coming down the path and getting past your final gate, so to speak. But this particular game series has a medieval feel to it. There's a lot of magical, mythical characters, and my particular favorite feature of this game is their heroes. So in every game they have a specific lineup of heroes, and in the mobile version you pay, like I said, you pay a couple of bucks usually per hero, and there are a couple of heroes where you pay more than that because they're OP. But in the Steam version you pay $10 per game. I think Kingdom Rush Origins is $15, and you get all of the heroes for free. So as you can see here, Aridin the Archer, he is the one you get right off the bat. I don't think you get to play him immediately, but I guess we'll find out when we start the level. I know what's going to happen is, as the game progresses, we'll get to unlock these guys. Like it says unlocked at stage 8. So every time we unlock a hero, I'll go through and look at each of their abilities. What happens is each hero comes with a title, and then a starting level. Looks like they all start at level 5. Oh no, so Aridin starts at level 1. Ervin, the Elementalist, starts at level 3, and then Katha at level 4. So the other guys you wait longer for, but you start at a higher level, so there's kind of a trade-off there. You have a baseline health, which is usually upgradable. I think at least half of the heroes, if I remember correctly, have some sort of upgradable health function. And then you have an armor level. Some of them have a lot of armor. Not Faustus. Here, Prince Dennis has a medium level of armor, and then they have their damage on average and their time of I think it's time of attack, how long it takes them to attack. So let's see, do we have a fast one here? He's slow, average. I know some of these ones that are coming soon, there might be one with a fast attack speed, but I guess we'll see. Speaking of coming soon, I know that the company released a statement saying that they're going to have some updates coming in December, January, February that will include bonus maps. Sorry, not bonus maps, bonus stages, and more heroes will be coming with those updates. I believe, if I remember correctly from the mobile version, there's a couple of heroes like Phoenix. She's pretty powerful, and Bruce the Werelion. So looking forward to those updates, and obviously as soon as those come out, I'll be playing and posting them on YouTube. So, all right, our hero Eridan is a Elven Ranger, 220 health, low armor, and somewhat low damage, but average speed of attack. As we level him up throughout the game, and by how to level a hero up is they just have to kill enemies, and the more enemies they kill, the higher their upgrade bar gets until they level up again. As we level up, we'll get a certain number of gems or coins. There isn't really a particular term. I'll just call them gems for the sake of it. And you can choose to spend these on their skill tree. So for the first one, it's Arrow Volley. Shoots a 3-arrow volley in quick succession, targeting enemies in range. The second one is Porcupine. Deals 1 bonus damage up to a maximum of 3 for each consecutive arrow on the same target. Nimble Fencer gives Eridan a 10% chance of dodging and countering melee attacks for 20 to 40 damage. Double Strike executes a twin-bladed special attack, dealing 40 to 80 damage. And Arrow Storm blankets a wide area with a volley of 17 arrows each, dealing 81 damage. So some of these are more expensive, some of them not so much. And there's a cool feature that, how shall we say it? It comes about when we buy this upgrade. But let's waste no more time and get into the level. Actually, I lied. Let's look at the upgrades real quick. So this is another upgrade tree. As you progress through these levels, you get either 1 to 3 stars, depending on how many enemies you do or do not pass through your final gate. And these upgrades definitely help towards the end of the game. But we're not going to go through them now. Let's start the game and start the level. Okay, the first level is called Grey Ravens, and I do like the story. It's not a whole lot of story, but it's fun, in my opinion. General, a band of gnolls approaches. They are beasts who only think about looting and burning everything in their wake, but they will be sorry they ever left their arid hills. For the Queen! And they have little tips here usually before the level starts. It all started a long time ago in a land far, far away, where everyone lived in peace. But as stories go, peace never lasts forever. Pretty good art here, I'd say. Okay, so this is instructions for your typical tower defense game. You don't want to let the enemies past here. You earned gold or money by killing the enemies, and you build towers to defend the road. There are 4 different types of towers in this game: barracks, archers, mages, and artillery. We'll go over those a little bit more detail when we build. I got ahead of myself. Here it goes. The archers have good rate of fire. They're fast, accurate usually, and your barracks are just to stop the enemy. The mages are good for armor-bearing enemies, and your artillery or your area damage towers. Okay, I love how there's all these intricate maps. Like you can see the fish jumping over here, and I think that's an homage to Gandalf smoking in The Lord of the Rings. Let's see if I'm almost positive he gave a puff of smoke there for a second. Yep. That's awesome. Okay. So you can hover over this item and it will show you what type of enemy and how many they are coming in the next wave. So we got a couple Gnoll Reavers here. Usually in the map you have about a choke point where the enemies will end up congregating, and you can kind of focus damage there, and I like to focus building on those. And I do like to personally have a lot of variety with the towers. I think it tends to pay dividends in the long run. So we'll start with an artillery tower. We have 195 gold left. Let's see. Let's grab a barrack tower. And this is a little way to maneuver or station your barracks. You can kind of put them wherever you want within the circle. Let's see. We've got enough for, well, just an archer tower, I suppose. So let's put that one right here and go for it. Okay, our first enemy, the Gnoll Reaver. Lowly creatures that serve as forward troops of every Gnoll assault. They have average speed and low health. Buggers. One thing that's important to note about the barracks is that the soldiers, until they're actually upgraded a little bit more, it's better to focus on your other towers. The barracks really, they are cool, especially some of the higher levels of barracks, but you shouldn't really double down on the barracks. They're really there just to keep the enemy stationary while your bigger towers handle them. So as you can see, just starting out fairly slow and steady. You can also call this wave early. They usually give you the option, and because we're doing fine, we're going to do that. All right, so down here you have 3 abilities eventually, and to start out we get reinforcements. You can summon troops to help you on the battlefield. Reinforcements are free, and you can call them every 15 seconds. So these are pretty cool. Just click on anyone on the road, and there you go, little extra guys. They do eventually disappear, kind of fade away after a certain period if they're not killed, but they're very useful. And some levels, depending on where and when you place them, can end up meaning 3 stars or 2 stars. All right, we're gonna grab a mage tower here, kind of complete this little choke point. We've got another wave coming, 15 of these Null Reavers. So I'm hoping. Let's see. Oh, stop him. Don't want anybody getting past. Probably will end up building another barracks here, and maybe, I'm not sure, an artillery archer, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, here we go. Here's your biggest spell. Strike of the Thunderbolt. Blast your enemies with the fury of the skies. Thunderbolts are best saved for an emergency or a great opportunity, since they have a very long cooldown. This one is a lifesaver, I can tell you.
Swords ready!
And just because I'm feeling confident, let's demonstrate it for you. Just pure carnage. Okay, so I've got 111 gold. Let's shore up our defenses. You know what? I'm gonna grab a mage tower right here. Sure, let's do that. And let's call the other one. Using reinforcements. Okay, a new enemy. Null Burner. Malicious beasts that delight in setting force and creatures on fire. Average speed and ranged fire attack. That fire is going to be really annoying, actually. Hopefully they don't burn right through the barracks, or soldiers, I should say. I think they're going to stop here and just start throwing. Yep, they're going to stop and start throwing. Let's stop them, I guess they're not throwing fire. Okay, let's. Hopefully we. Come on, give me some more. Okay, all right. Thunder, so let's use that. Lightning. I do like what the soldiers say. They have a bunch of different little phrases they'll say. For the queen. By the light of the moon. Okay, so coming down both paths, Null Reaver and Null Burner. I probably should get another artillery tower at some point. Okay, here we go. Now I get to use our hero. Hero at your command. Heroes are elite units that can face strong enemies and support your forces. You can select by using the space bar and click on the path to move the hero. You have the stat bars, shows the level, health, and experience of the hero. Heroes gain experience every time they damage an enemy or use an ability. Okay, so I didn't actually know that when they use an ability. There he is.
We must move on.
It's basically Legolas, if you were curious. It really is just Legolas. But
you have my bow.
Well, given that I've only played with him here, I played with him on the mobile game before, and he's my favorite hero for sure. He's pretty awesome and lethal. Okay, we're gonna try and we already can, and then I'm gonna aim for another artillery tower down there. Yep, and then once he gets up close, he starts pulling out the double swords. Okay, wave 5 of 6, so we got one more left after this. I wonder if we can fill up this one too. Let's grab archer tower. And then
Swords ready.
call it early. Here we go. We got our third one. So, hero spell. Each hero gives you a unique spell. Aerodin allows you to call an arrow storm with a medium cooldown. Hero spells can be upgraded from the hero room. So this was that fifth upgrade I was talking about in his skill tree that we'll be able to upgrade as we level him up. So this is like, oh, how to describe it? It's basically like a less powerful version of the Thunderbolt, usually. Each hero has something that allows you to kind of thin the herd of enemies coming down the path and alleviate some stress coming at you. So it is cool how well they attribute it to the heroes. Each hero has a unique spell. So overall, honestly, I cannot say I can't say anything bad about these games. I can't gush enough, I should say, and we'll show you what that spell looks like. It's pretty awesome. I can't gush enough about these games in terms of the quality of the gameplay, of just the details and intricacy put into how the game works.
Incoming!
From top to bottom, it's well done. Especially with the time that they have converting it from mobile to Steam. I think you get a little bit better gameplay that way, and you know, on a bigger screen, so that's nice. All right, so we stopped them all, got 3 stars and an achievement, so we'll take a quick look at that. Down here is that upgrade tree. Like I said, you get 3 stars, and then we're gonna have another level pop up right here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that'll be the next level. Okay, so the upgrade tree, we've got 3 stars. You know what? I think we're going to save that until the next episode. So I will show you what some of these are and spend the upgrades on the next episode. We'll take a real quick look at the achievement. Get the party started, win stage 1 with 3 stars. So there's a ton of achievements. There's like a lot. And some of them are more Easter egg, like find things throughout the game, and this game series does a fantastic job. Like even the little Gandalf and the hobbits down there was a nice homage to Lord of the Rings. So there's plenty of those, and I'll try and make sure I can find them and point them out for you guys. So yeah, there's our first look at Kingdom Rush Origins, the first level Grey Havens, and well, next time we'll be looking at level 2, and until then, have a